Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis for Make America British again. So, a couple things to mention. One, this part is potentially going to be a somewhat peaceful part that kind of depends upon how things go when I tell both Germany and Poland that I will support their independence. Because obviously that depends upon whether or not they decide they want to go and declare their independence. And I did not have the time to test that, so I don't quite know how well that'll work out. So we'll figure that out this part, and potentially next, depending upon exactly what they decide to do. Malawi's taken over pretty much all of Madagascar. But the other thing I want to go ahead and mention is that between May 21st and June 23rd, I believe, were the dates, is the summer semester at my university. And to make it to where I don't have to immediately start paying back a loan that I have from the current semester that I'm in, I have to be at least a half-time student. One of the classes I'm needing to take to fulfill that half or part-time student criteria of having, 6 credits, I think it was. That class is an hour and a half on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because summer is basically half the length of a full semester, roughly. And so, yeah. Because of this, the only real day that I have to record is Friday. But I don't really have enough time to record 2 parts of Stellaris and 1 part of this series on Friday. And it'll take at least an hour for me to get home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because of traffic and where the campus is. It's in a shitty spot, I'll be completely honest with you all. And so yes, I just want to let you all know, because the time that the class is basically the time that I typically record. So basically recording Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is out of the question, leaving me, like I said, with only Friday. So parts for specifically this series might not always happen between May 21st and June 23rd. Because I will prioritize Stellaris, because Stellaris is running on the latest version of Stellaris, while this series is running on a previous version of EU4. And so, realistically speaking, this series I can sort of take my time with it. But Stellaris, if I want to try and get far ahead, I can't take my time with it. So I just want you all to know that if basically week after week all you see is Stellaris, it is because I only had the time to record Stellaris. And like I said, Stellaris is running on the latest version, so I'm going to prioritize that series when it comes to recording. So I just want you all to know that, so that you're not surprised. This series is not getting canceled. It'll only get canceled if it just becomes completely unstable for me to continue it, but until that happens, or we finish the series, whichever happens first, this series is still going to be ongoing. I just want you all to know that, so you're not surprised if you don't see parts for this series for a couple of weeks or whatever between, like I said, May 21st and June 23rd. I mean, I'll try to still get a part of this out every so often, just so that it's not seemingly abandoned for 8 weeks, but yeah. Just want you all, like I said, to know that that's just the way my recording schedule is going to be. So let's go ahead and tell Germany that we will support their independence. Let's go and tell Poland that we will support their independence. Denmark, I don't really have a reason to give you... Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. The game crashed on me. So, Germany, you get my support. Let's get the game down to 3-speed. And just don't do anything. Okay, there we go. I assume it's because I pressed a button when it was trying to transition, and rather than automatically going into a not responding state, the game decided, nope, I'm crashing! But, okay, there we go. We have not necessarily corrected the issue, but we dealt with that. I do need to build up my navy. Well, not even build up. Well, it's a little bit of both. I need to build it up and repair the old one. because yeah, the old ones beat. What am I bringing you up to? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I don't know. I think I'm bringing you up to 80. But it's kind of hard for me to tell because I just got a bunch of ships that are being produced in the Gold Coast, rather than them being spread out fairly evenly. So, for now, we'll just say, you know what, build a second fleet, combat fleet, of course, and build it in London is where they shall group up. Record some provinces so those guys won't complain anymore, at least not as much. Do I have the thing for... Yes, okay, good. Now, I am going to go and tell both Poland and Germany that I wish to be friendly with them. Denmark is asking for military access. Now, they're not going to live for very long, so I'm just going to tell them no. Sweden, my good friend. I do wish I could declare war to bring independence for other people, but sadly that's not possible. And again, I could offer an alliance to Norway. I think I mentioned this at the end of the last part. I just don't think it's a particularly useful thing for me to try and do. If only because it's unlikely to succeed, although they do currently have a little bit of war score, but that's just because of one battle that's taken place in this province. Now, admittedly, I wouldn't mind having the fog of war removed here so I can see what's going on. And, you know, technically speaking, if it wasn't going to result in, like, a massive increase in lag, more than likely, I would use the cheat to disable Fog of War, if only because of the idea that it's 2133, we have a space program, we've put satellites up in orbit, presumably we also have military satellites up in orbit, and so we'd be able to see a lot of this stuff. But again, it would result in a fairly substantial increase in lag, so it's one reason why I don't really wish to actually use that cheat, no matter how much I would like to. Construct some more nukes, because this is still pretty way out there. We lost our casus belli against Israel, that's fine. I don't plan to go to war with them anytime soon. Apparently I have two armies stacked on top of one another there. Let's correct that. Let's go and send you to Gaza. Is Portugal in those wars? Yes, they are. They're doing nothing. I do wish there was more I could do with my admin points, though. But there really isn't anything I could do with my admin, I'm afraid. Outside of development, and even that's a little limited. So, screw it, I'll just bring these up to however high as I can get them. You don't ever run out of iron, if I recall correctly. Gold you can, however, run out of. Or you could just basically overmine it to the point where you end up getting less per month as a result of gold mines. And I definitely don't recall what these sort of optimal numbers are for a gold province. Because if I do recall correctly, there are what people refer to as a optimal number for the development points. Oh, uranium and air. Sure, that's fine. That's basically all of our admin. That should deal with that for a while. Denmark still hasn't... Denmark, are any of your buddies in here? Because you shouldn't have any buddies. No, yeah, you don't have any buddies, so I don't know why. Brazil's no longer a rival. Okay, game, I guess I'll lift the embargo on Brazil. Oh, shit. Germany, please declare your independence, like, now. I know you can do it. So, please also... Can I call you in? I'm assuming no. Oh, you're buddies with Russia, Sweden. What the hell? Now, there's going to be a minor issue. Neither of my navies are quite prepared to deal with this. So let's just get another general. That'll take us over our cap. Let's go and move it to go and deal with the Irish. Ethiopia joined a code. Fuck you, Ethiopia. That's why nobody likes you. There's some body to improve relations, and I'm pulling somebody out of Iraq. You should have asked me for permission first, Poland. You should have asked for permission first. Here's some money, Ethiopia. Now leave me the hell alone. Now Ireland shouldn't have much of a military left. I think it basically got destroyed because they sent it to go and deal with Norway. Yes, Norway. And also let's go and build another army, and sure, we'll have it meet up in Derby. Kill the army. Oh wow, you guys did actually stack wipe it. Good job. So, technically Kuwait could do something. They probably won't, because there's really not much they can do. Really, Israel? I don't have time to deal with your guys' shit. So here's some money. Stay the hell away. I think that's all your forts, so I'm going to split this army in half. Something about the Ukraine. Okay. Okay, the Ukraine is under those guys, but the Ukraine would let me support their independence, so let's tell them I'll support it. I need more of you guys to declare your independence. Please. Do it! You have no idea how helpful it'll be, especially if Germany does it. Oh god, Germany, please do it. I really need you to declare your independence from the EU. Otherwise, it's gonna be a real pain in the ass for me to do this. Also, am I getting the negative for not having a large nuclear arsenal? Yes. Build more nukes. I think the AI is prioritizing nukes to a degree, and that's kind of where the issue lies. Yeah, first fleet is gonna get its thing done. Red Squadron is hiding somewhere in Norfolk. Now here's the thing, I can't really get to the mainland because, ooh, look at that. Large 142 ship navy from the Germans. Well, that's not quite true, actually. Oh, you have a truce with Poland? Really? Why? Were you allowed to just get out of the war that quickly? Well, Ireland, not allowed to negotiate with you. Wait, why? I didn't actually read that. Probably should have. 2 junior partners, and okay, you are a vassal or a lesser partner of a union. Okay, that's why. So, Netherlands, what do you say? We just make this nice and simple. I don't want you to release the EU. I want you to cancel your stuff on Germany, which is apparently going to take up all the war score. So it's basically a question of Germany or Poland. Which do I prefer? Also, apparently I'm not allowed to specifically tell them to do it for Poland, apparently. That's, it's completely up to Poland, but I could tell them to do it for Germany, which would be great. But, yeah, good luck making that happen. Oh shit, Norway's being occupied slightly now. Yeah, my issue is going to be the fact that I don't have a navy large enough to deal with this. If I could transport a couple of troops to Holland, well, preferably a couple of armies, really, to Holland, that would be great. Because a couple of armies going to Holland... Ooh, we are technically winning the war right now, though. How so? Ah, because we're defending the capital of Poland. So as long as Warsaw stands, we can get some ticking war score. Not enough to win the war, but hopefully enough to drag it out for a while. And if Poland can deal with its neighbors, that'd be great. While I try to build up a small army. Romania's entered into a thing with the... Really? I didn't realize you guys could have allies. While underneath... Well, I guess it makes sense. Your daimyo is not vassals in the traditional sense. No! Fucking A, Sweden. That's not the time to be declaring war on Norway. We kind of need Norway to continue their whole independence movement. If you don't mind. Also, send somebody to improve relations with Israel. I want them to leave me the hell alone. With their whole... We're upset. Because you beat the crap out of our neighbors. Oh, what the hell, Iraq? Seriously? Thought we were good friends now. Nope, you won't accept money. You will, though. Okay, Syria, here's some money. Leave me the hell alone. Hopefully this is enough to get you to leave. Not quite. But it'll do something. How's the fleet down here doing? You're, ever so slowly making it. No, actually you're not. I think you're done. You shouldn't be, though, are you? No, you're not. Okay. Thought as much. It's a little weird that you seem like you were done. Italy declared their independence! Great! Here's military acts. I think that's what you asked for, and I kind of told you no because I didn't realize that you had declared your independence. So, thank you, Italy. You are going to be great for the cause of dismantling the EU, which is exactly what I need if I want to be able to do pretty much anything. Come on, Germany, declare your independence. I know I'm not supporting it anymore because you're in a war on the opposing side, but, you know, if you declare your independence, we can do this. If Germany declares their independence, that's smack dab a border right there with the country that's currently the head of the EU. So, come on, Germany, if you declare it, you can march straight on into Holland. Hell, I'll let you have Holland after you get your independence for all I care. Just until I take it from you. God damn it. Fucking Irish Navy. You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to build all the ships here. Focus on just building the army troops, guys, at this point. There's really no point for you trying to build a navy, because it just gets sunk. We tried to build up our navy during the peace, but Poland decided this is a perfect opportunity to declare our independence. The British said they'll support us, even though the British weren't ready because they lacked the navy to be able to deal with the entire, well, pretty much the entirety of continental Europe's navy. I know that comes as a surprise to you, Poland, but that's just the way this works. Wasn't quite expecting the war to kick off right then and there. Oh, that does remind me. Let's go over here and let's just say screw it and try and build the other thing down here, because I don't think any of them have sent their ships down to West Africa. Oh, Poland, did you lose pretty much your entire military? I think you did. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was fairly small already, but oh no, I see a 42 up there. Good for you, Poland. Good for you. Why don't you go and deal with Bosnia real quick? Oh, good. Italy's dealing with Bosnia. Now, Italy presumably is only going to try and gain their independence. They're not going to bother saying, hey, you know, we should ask for some other nations to become independent. Let me know how many of these things I have. Try and just build 14 there. It'll take you forever. I already know that, but screw it. It's something. Yeah, whatever. Seize their wealth. Please give me military access. Thank you. Not at war with you, right? Just want to make sure. It's probably easier just to check in here. Sort by name. You are shit at sorting by name. Okay, yes, Portugal is not in here. Let's go and bring all of our armies over, well, some of our armies over to here. We're gonna march through Spain, assuming Spain lets us. Spain, you better let us continue to march through your borders. Trust me, it's in your best interest just as much as it is in mine. Ooh, Polish Navy, come on, Polish Navy. You got this. I don't know, no you don't. You somehow managed to sneak by, though. U.S. declares war on Mexico because of a diplomatic insult. Why are you building some of the ships for those fleets way up here? I don't know, game. I sure as hell wouldn't. There's Italy marching through Granada. Wait, is France not in here either? France isn't in here. Are you declaring your independence? No, I guess you had an alliance or something that resulted in you being allowed to stay out of the war. Do I have conditional military access through you? Yes, wonderful. Okay. What about Belgium? Okay, Belgium isn't in this either, it seems. That would be correct. Okay, then. Luxembourg. You know what? Fuck it. We're going for Holland. We're bringing all three of these armies and we're marching straight on the technical capital of the EU, which is actually, they're starting to occupy. Italy is starting to occupy the Netherlands. Austria, you can piss off. Oh wait, no, you're declaring your independence. Never mind. I don't actually need you to piss off. We could have been friends, but honestly, I don't care. You're a bad ally. Italy, on the other hand, you know, if you want to be friends, I'm willing to be your friend, Italy. Here's a gift of some money. Use it to recruit any mercs that you might be interested in. More money than I know what to do with anyway, so you can have it. Oh god, you're getting over 10 grand. Lucky you, Italy. I think you're the most I've ever had to give somebody. I don't think I had to give the UAE that much. Now, I would prefer it if you all sort of stuck together rather than this second army goes way out in front. Just a bit of a preference game. So, because of this, I think I'm going to tell you all to sort of group up in Antwerp. Just so that one of you isn't way out in front. Okay, recall our diplomat from Sweden. Or, not Sweden, Spain. I'll take the corruption. I kind of need the army professionalism game. Accept the demands. I got tons of diplo power. Oh, somebody got a leader trait. Defensive planner. You are an attacker. I don't know why that gives you defensive planner, but apparently it does. There we go. Let's just go and occupy all of the Netherlands. Oh shit, massive German army. Come on, I dare ya, Ronald. I'm not attacking you, Ronald. If anyone's attacking anyone, you're coming for me. That's the way this is gonna work, Ronald. I ain't going for you. The fuck are you doing down here, Finland? Are you declaring your independence too? You are! Oh yes, the EU is collapsing. In fact, I think these guys are technically no longer a part of it, so that's the EU now. So Norway, Finland, Denmark actually managed to escape. How? No, they didn't. But they're not considered a part of it either. Because I don't know logic, apparently. That doesn't make any sense. Denmark should be a part of it. They are still considered daimyo under the Netherlands. But, okay, whatever. Spain left ages ago. Italy, Austria, Poland, Norway, and Finland. Oh, Norway, are you still out of it? Or, yes, you are still out of it. Just barely, though. Have all declared their independence. So is Estonia, it looks like. Oh no, Estonia maybe wasn't a part of it ever. I thought they were, but I could be wrong. Or maybe they were, and they were allowed to just leave. I'm, again, not quite sure. So, we sort of have split the EU in half, and I'm occupying... Oh, Ireland is an elector! Wait, hold up a second, game. So, because here the EU can only have a single elector at any one point in time, that's basically supposed to be the leader of the EU, is the way it works. In this mod, that basically means Ireland, who is currently completely occupied by me, is technically the leader of the EU. Let that sink in for a moment. Ireland, whose government is probably hiding out in France, or maybe Portugal or something, is technically the head of the EU. Yeah, I'm not quite sure understanding how that works, game. It's kind of hard for them to have any real say in the EU when they don't exist right now. When they're a government in exile. Oh well. Game wants to be weird like that. I guess I have to let it be. Let's go and build a bunch of these courthouses. Gets an extra building slot and decreases development costs. And I got more money than I know what to do with, so why the hell not? But I think this part has probably gone over 30 minutes now, or at least it's close to it. So we'll be ending this in just a moment, and we'll finish up our War for Polish independence next time. If Poland succeeds, though, that'll basically result in the collapse of the EU so far, considering it's split in half, and Italy will probably succeed, because the rest of the EU is going to be battered after Poland gains its independence. And after Italy gains theirs, Austria will probably succeed. There is going to be the issue of Finland, who is not doing so hot, but that's partly because they're being occupied almost entirely by Sweden. So Sweden is probably just going to annex pretty much all of Norway, so Norway's not going to exist anymore, so that's one less EU member, technically speaking. So yeah, the EU ain't doing so hot. I could risk it. I technically have a better general than this guy, and I have a slightly larger number of troops. I mean, I could try it. I could try to beat this German army, which certainly isn't bad if I were to succeed. It's just, you know, I probably wouldn't succeed. So we're just gonna march into Germany. Make our way to Berlin. There's Berlin, right on the border. Yes! Oh! Okay, the German army fled right away. Wonderful. Oh shit, that's a lot of troops piling in. Are we gonna win this, or do we have less morale? We have less morale. I'm not surprised by that game. They just dogpiled in a bunch of troops. And I'm not gonna be able to get enough to escape, so let's flee to Belgium. Are you gonna actually march in here to Belgium to try and kick me out, or are you just gonna ignore me? Because I prefer if you go the ignore me route. What are you doing, Poland? Oh, excuse me, Portugal. And Portugal's also declaring their independence. Yeah, the EU ain't doing so hot. It really isn't. And that's good for me. Because I don't want the EU to be doing well. Now, reminder, Germany, this is an opportunity to declare your independence from the frickin' Netherlands and Ireland, or whoever the hell is technically actually in charge right now. Because they're all daimyos under the Netherlands, but Ireland is the elector. Some of these people, if they were allowed to be pieced out separately, would do it. Now, here's the thing. So, Germany, who's a better person to actually have leave the EU as a result of this war, might I ask, game? Because that is something I'm curious about. The fuck is Peru doing in here? I'm sorry, 1 second, game. I need to find out what the hell Peru's doing here. Ah, they're buddies with, no? I really don't know how the hell you got involved, Peru. Your only ally is Paraguay and Panama, neither of which are EU members. So there's no reason for you to be involved. Especially as a defender. But apparently you are. So I think I'm just going to have to ignore the fact that it makes no sense. But let's go here and let's take a quick look. Who has the bigger army? Actually, I can just look at total. It should be fine. France or Germany? Germany has the larger army. By a decent margin, really. And they have more manpower than France. So yes, if I had to pick between France and Germany to have gained their independence, we're going to have to go for Germany. Of course, I'm not really going to have any say in it, because if I separate piece out Poland, I'll probably get wrecked. So that's a bit of a problem there. But honestly, either of these guys leaving is going to result in the collapse of the EU, because they're pretty much the military backbone of the EU as it stands. Obviously, that's predominantly Germany, but France is in second place. How is Russia doing? You lost to Circassia, and you are supporting the Swedes in their war against Norway. Now, can I do an enforced peace for any of these? I'm going to say no. Obviously, I can't. But, okay. I really am curious where the hell these guys' troops are. Oh well, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just one of those, I'm curious. Okay, can I tell you guys to do army drilling? No, not in a foreign province. Okay, well, next time we will finish up our war. Well, hopefully next time we'll finish up the war. I'm gonna have to wait for these armies to recuperate. But Poland seems to be doing fine. The Ukraine has declared their independence, actually, as well. That would explain why the Polish troops have left Ukraine. So, yeah. Oof. I said it before this part, and I'll say it again. The EU is not looking so hot. It's gonna collapse after this war. I can guarantee it. So that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all in the next one. Quick reminder that I do a Patreon. If you want to go and become a patron, you get early access to all of my videos. So for this video, that's basically almost a week early access, because I typically post them on my Patreon on a Sunday. And obviously this video goes up on Friday, so it's like 2 days short of a week. It's basically a business week early is what you get it for. Sure, we'll go with that. And also a reminder that I do have a Make America British Again design over on Redbubble. Link to that in the description if you decide you want to go ahead and buy it. There's no requirement to do so, but I do get a small commission on those sales. I believe I have it set for... I don't remember. It's either 1% or 5%. I don't recall. I really don't. I think it might be 1%. Because whatever my commission is, it increases the price of the product. So I think I have it set for 1%. But nonetheless, so see you all next time. We'll finish up our war. Well, hopefully finish up the war at least. I don't know for certain if it'll finish next part, because it could be a fairly long, drawn-out conflict. It could be World War III, collapse of the EU. But until next time, oh, let's see. Israel is actually happy with us now. So, did you already leave, or are you still in? You're still in it. Fuck you, Israel. So let's go and actually resave now that I've kicked our guy, or brought our guy out of Israel, because they're technically positive relations. They just haven't yet decided to recalculate their relations and realize that they have positive relations and thus should not be in a coalition against me. Unless Paradox changed it with whatever version of EU4 I'm running on now. But as far as I know, it's always been and always will be pretty much as long as they have positive relations, they will stay out of a coalition. Even if they would absolutely love to be in a coalition against you. So that's a case of if you play the diplomacy game right, you won't have to worry about coalitions. Like, ever. But, yeah. So, see you all next time, but until then, a goodbye and a farewell.